Good evening. I wanted to give you guys an update. I've been a little quiet this week. A couple of things. Let's see, they've painted all the breeze blocks and the walls behind me and all the way around the property, so that's looking much nicer. The contractors have been working diligently to try and finish all of the big portions of their project. They still have lighting and some landscaping, but have asked them to take down all the fencing in front of the building and only leave what's absolutely necessary to surround the porte-cochere. I do know a couple of people mentioned that they are bothered that there's a couple of lines missing. Those will be addressed. I'm sorry they didn't finish all the lines, but they will be addressed before we let them go. The pool is looking amazing. One of our wonderful residents, Ward, has actually put in a vacuum that just runs around the pool a couple of times a day. He's so nice. He just bought a little vacuum and puts it in the pool. And so it's been collecting some stuff and he's been taking that out and the pool looks wonderful. So if you haven't been down, I hope you do. The stairs going down the valet station, they have been coated with a permanent non-stick, non-slip coating that is very attractive and matches, and as you go in that area, that looks very good. The terrace level is being painted all white, taking out all of that tan, yellow, and brown tones. They've completely started from the back, working their way towards the front vestibule, taking away the orange peel texture and really smoothing out the walls. They're doing a beautiful job. They've been painting that this week with the blue and white to match the rest of the building, and that looks really, really nice. I know that some people are sensitive to the paint smells, but they've been trying to keep the doors to the club room open so the AC moves the air around and it can dry more quickly so the fumes don't smell that bad. The paint is not very smelly, so it's been a lot less of a smell than when we were texturing the walls. So hopefully that's not bothering too many people, but it will subside quickly. I do want to address that there's been an issue with the gate over by the Tom Thumb side of the building, the actual metal gate that goes back and forth on the lowest level, not the Tom Thumb second floor, but the lower level. People have been propping that open. Now, when Nikki first found out that people were propping it open, she looked at who would have access to that. So there were a couple of vendors and the contractors and different people have access to it, and they know not to prop it open, but as a precaution, Nikki deactivated all of their fobs and asked them to turn in all of their fobs to the dock, and if they need access over there, they should come to the dock and be given access. So that happened, but that still didn't fix the problem. So we are going to post a sign letting people know that it is against policy and they will be fined if they're caught doing that. We put a camera there. So if you have been letting your friends in that way, please don't do that. You will get a fine. That is definitely improper. It's not the proper way to bring people into the building, and you certainly cannot prop it open for anybody to walk in. So please, if you've been doing that, please just don't continue doing it, because the cameras will catch you and then you're going to get a fine. You will not be able to plead to the board that it was an accident. If you're propping the door open, you're breaking the rules and you're making it very unsafe for everybody who lives in the building to just have that door open indefinitely. So don't prop the door open. Also, we did ask that the that the landscapers turn the water on earlier in the morning and longer cycles, because I believe, and several other people believe, that there's just not enough water getting to the grass and the flowers. And I know some people have been using the hoses to kind of water the flowers, which is lovely, but we shouldn't have to do that. So they did increase the amount of water that's going to be coming onto, so we'll be watching that. Hopefully we can keep everything green and beautiful. Some people asked me specifically those hollies that are by the garage that we moved from the front of the building over by the garage, by the dock. Those 5 large holly bushes, those are hand watered. We don't have a way to actually get irrigation to them, but our team has been hand watering them for years. They're watered every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and they are looking healthy, so that's a good thing. We're continuing the renovation of the lobby. I think I told you guys earlier in the week or last week that the board unanimously voted to begin the renovations of the lobby. It was a bit contentious at first because we were hoping that the insurance company that is paying for it would come up with a number, but they have delayed and delayed and delayed. They've canceled the meetings with us several times, so the board is going to step in and fix the lobby. We're going to restore it, make it right, get it whole, get it open, as we fight with the insurance company, or should I say deal with the insurance company to make sure that they pay what's appropriate to take care of the damages that their people caused. We're hoping that the porte-cochere can be finished in the same amount of time that it will take us to finish the lobby, which hopefully will be 4 to 6 weeks. Shouldn't be hugely long, but still 4 to 6 weeks, it's already July 1st, is a bit of a problem. I was hoping to get the lobby open for us to use by July 1st, but the board really wanted, a portion of the board really wanted to look at what the insurance company was going to do first, but when that didn't happen, plan B was we're just going to fix it and go after them separately. So that's what's happening there. If you've seen, I've continued some of the landscaping around the pool. It's a bit laborious, so please be patient. I will work on that again as time allows. And we've done some additional plantings, and we've moved some things around in the yard. And as you can see, we put in some umbrellas. I want to make sure, hopefully those still work. I think there was some issue with maybe some wind, but we'll check that out. Lots of great things. I do know that the company that's in charge of restoring the lobby has been asked very specifically to, as quickly as they can, renovate the very front outside of the building. When we want people to drive up to the building, whether the porte-cochere is open or not, we want to get all of that textured properly and painted and get all of the trim back on around the windows so the building looks as good as possible as quickly as possible. So that's going to be a priority. Hopefully in the next week we'll be able to work through that. I'm not sure if there's that much more that I can think of. I know that a lot of the furniture for the lobby has been ordered and should be being delivered while the lobby is being done so that it can all be put together and staged at the same time. The chillers are going to be going in, and Nikki will be sending emails, so please read your emails. I know that sometimes you think they're long and they're just talking about things that are not that important, but some big things are happening, so please be aware that you should read some of Nikki's emails these next couple of days, next couple of weeks, as they will involve replacing the chiller, putting temporary cooling in place so that the building stays cool during that period of time. So please pay attention to those and watch for those. Hopefully we'll be able to get the lighting and the landscaping in through the contractors in the next couple of weeks. So things are progressing. A lot of great things are progressing. I appreciate everybody's patience and kindness. Everybody's had some really nice things to say. Again, I did have a great time with everybody who came and visited and had a glass of champagne with me last Friday. Sorry we can't do that every Friday, but it was a good evening. So thank you everybody who joined me for that, everybody who stayed and listened to this, because this one's a little bit long. But I appreciate everybody, and I hope you have a great evening. Look for me around the building. Thanks very much.